My name is Jim Carpenter. I'm 57 years old. I live in Dublin, Ohio. I started the NutriMed weight loss program in October of 2011, and I weighed 518 pounds. Today, it's been almost 2 years. I have lost a total of 303 pounds. I weigh 215 pounds now. A typical day when I weighed 518 pounds, it was pretty difficult. You usually go through the whole day just trying to get through the day without any major incidences. Getting dressed was an issue. Finding clothes that fit you was an issue. Walking out to the car was an issue. Driving the car was an issue. Going shopping was an issue. Going out to eat or going visiting. Everything affects your life. At my weight, I had a lot of medical problems. My first one was diabetic. I was a severe diabetic and I took a lot of insulin. My second one was blood pressure issues, cholesterol issues, and I was entering stage 1 kidney failure. I got to the point with my weight where I knew I had to do something. I knew that if I kept going the way I was going to have a major stroke or a heart attack. I didn't want that to happen. We went to Kentucky to spend Thanksgiving with some relatives. My aunt and uncle and their family. Their house has 7 steps up to the front porch. We went to walk up those steps and I couldn't do it. I couldn't walk up any of the steps. I couldn't get up them. I was too big. My uncle said, "Jim, come around to the back door. There's only 2 steps up there." We went around to the back door and I couldn't go up those 2 steps. I was embarrassed. They are trying their best to get me up there. It took my wife pushing me from the back and one person on each side of me helping me up there. I said, "This has got to stop. This has got to stop." 9 months later, when we went back, I had lost a lot of weight and I was able to walk up the steps. And when I got up to the top, my uncle was standing. And he was so proud of me. And that's what's made this all worthwhile. When I started the weight loss program, it was with a company called DECO. This is where my doctor was, my diabetes specialist, and they're the ones that told me about the NutriMed program and encouraged me to get on it. And when I started that, it is so important that you have the support from the office down there. The staff down there is so sympathetic and they're so empathetic. They celebrate your losses, and when you do gain a little bit of weight, they're very empathetic about it. You're not made to feel guilty or shamed. You talk it through and you find out what you did wrong and what you can do differently to change that. That is important. The nutrition part is important. You take the shakes and you drink them, so you don't have to think about the nutrition, but you're also being introduced to what's healthy eating, what you should eat and what you shouldn't, and the results that they have. With the 1 meal a day that you eat, it's a good way to learn to eat the salads and how much fruit and vegetables and how much meat you can have. So all along the program, all along the process, you're learning how to eat healthy. You're learning why to eat healthy. The NutriMed line of products are pretty amazing. They taste good. I found flavors that I really enjoyed. They're easy to do. They're nutritious and they're good for you. But like I said, the most important thing is they taste good. To make the shakes, you just put it in the water, shake them up, and drink them. No fuss, no muss. I like the idea that I didn't have to plan to eat a meal. I didn't have to think about how many calories are in this sandwich I'm getting ready to eat. I knew how many calories are in the shake. I know how many calories are in the nutrition bar. I love the nutrition bars. We have one of those a night, and we actually save ours for dessert. My wife and I call them our candy bars. What I really like about the shakes, though, is you're not hungry. You're drinking 5 shakes a day, so that means every hour, every 2 hours, you're drinking a shake. I never felt hunger pain. I never had the growling in my stomach like you get when you're trying to diet and deprive yourself of food. I never felt that. I always felt full. When I started to get hungry, it would be time to take another shake. The behavioral part of the program is also extremely important. It's one thing to be able to lose a large amount of weight. It's something else to be able to keep it off. You have to understand why you gained that weight. You have to understand your tics, what motivates you or what makes you eat instead of something else. Mine was my stress. You have to understand why you're there. And then you have to understand how to deal with that, what to do instead of. And then you have to understand how to maintain it after you've reached your goal. With the NutriMed program, they don't only just sell you the product, they teach you the things that you need to learn to make it successful and to continue to be successful in the program. And the final thing in the program that was so important to me was the fitness. I know that you have to exercise, you have to burn more calories than you take in. And exercise is one way of doing that. At 518 pounds, I wasn't doing any exercise. I had trouble walking out to our car. I'd be winded. I had trouble bringing packages in from the car. I had trouble moving from the living room to the bedroom. So fitness and exercise were not even in my equation. I'd lost some weight. I got one of the modules that Robard puts out with their STAR program, and that module was entitled Exercises. So I'm reading that, and it's talking about the benefits of exercise, walking, running, and doing physical activities. So I'm not doing that. I can't do that. Then I read a part that's called sit-down exercises. They're talking about sitting in a chair, moving your legs, moving your arms, twisting your head, and doing basic things that you can do from a chair. So I sat in my chair and I said, I can do this. At some point, I thought I could get out and do some walking. Walking is great exercises. My goal was to walk down to our mailbox. Our mailbox is 2/10 of a mile from our apartment. My wife and I started out, I could only walk a very short distance. I'd have to lean against a tree while my wife went down and got the mail and came back. It took us 10 days, and then I was finally able to walk all the way down to the mailbox, get the mail, and come back. That was a huge achievement to me. I couldn't walk out to the garage. To be able to walk 2/10 of a mile there and 2/10 of a mile back, that was huge. Since the start of the program, I've been able to really reduce or eliminate a lot of my medications. I no longer take any medication for my diabetes. No insulin, no oral medication. I also don't take any medication for my blood pressure or my cholesterol. I'm able to do things now that I haven't done in many, many years. I'm able to get out and walk. I'm able to go visit people. I'm able to go do things that we haven't been able to do. I'm able to eat in a normal restaurant now. I'm able to go buy my clothes at a normal store. We're able to go do activities that we never thought we'd be able to do again because of my size. So I've actually got my life back. And I know I've prolonged my life. I know my life expectancy has increased tremendously by taking this step and taking control of my own health. I would tell anyone that has a weight issue, that wants to lose weight or are thinking about it, that this program works. This program was designed to work. All you have to provide is a little bit of motivation, some dedication, a little bit of hard work, and want to make this happen. You are given the tools to make this happen. So I would say if you want to do this, this can be done.